with New York.
Good evening. It is great to have you with us here on a Thursday night, and we were warned this would happen with the colder weather here and Americans going indoors. Tonight, new numbers on the coronavirus. Well, more than 100,000 new cases of the virus in just 24 hours, several days straight. Hospitalizations nearly doubling in just 2 weeks now. Here in New York, new restrictions tonight, fearing a devastating new wave. And take a look at this time lapse tonight. We started this graphic with the situation about 3 months ago. You can see the red there across the Sun Belt states in August and September, moving up to the center of the country, then moving west. And of course, there's the picture now. We have cases on the rise in all 50 states. Here in New York, lines for testing and a new 10 p.m. curfew for restaurants and bars. Chicago imposing a stay-at-home advisory for the next 30 days. Cases in California tonight now topping 1 million. And this image this evening from Dodger Stadium, families in their cars for hours. They are waiting to be tested. More hospitals and their staffs stretched to the limit. Utah's governor saying we are at a breaking point tonight. And North Dakota, as we reported here, so strapped, they are now allowing workers with the virus but who are asymptomatic to come in to help in this fight. ABC's Chief National Affairs Correspondent Tom Yamas leading us off with the new concern right here in New York.
Tonight, with lines forming outside of testing centers and new restrictions, New York City being warned a second wave may be coming.
Every single thing you do matters.
The epicenter of the U.S. pandemic putting a curfew in place. Bars, restaurants, and gyms need to close by 10 p.m. starting tomorrow. Gatherings in private homes will be limited to 10 people, all to drive those rising COVID numbers down and avoid a return to the darkest days of this pandemic. But small business owners that struggled to survive the first wave say new citywide restrictions will drown them.
There's only a few people sitting down in the restaurant at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and now we can't even accept those 10, 20 customers that we get late at night.
Across the river, cases soaring in New Jersey. 1 in 5 people testing positive in Newark. That state also rolling out a new 10 p.m. curfew tonight for restaurants and bars.
Restaurants were morphing as the night went on, not in name but in substance, into clubs, into lounges. People were just letting their guard down.
Today, 138,000 new cases. In just 11 days, the country recording a staggering 1.2 million infections. Our Will Carr is in California, where today they topped 1 million cases and are adding back some restrictions.
COVID cases are spiking in Los Angeles. In fact, here at Dodger Stadium, they've been forced to extend their testing hours. Across the city, more than 32,000 people are being tested every day, a number that continues to go up.
We should not be throwing our hands up and saying, well, there's nothing we can do. This thing is out of control. There is something we can do.
Officials from coast to coast begging the public to use the tools that work, like Milwaukee's mayor.
I know we're all tired. I'm tired. You're tired. But we must remain vigilant and do what is necessary.
And Ohio's Republican governor amid his new mask mandate.
We know that masks work. They are the easiest, most cost-effective way to limit the spread of COVID-19.
But despite skyrocketing cases, still pockets of resistance to mask mandates. This billboard briefly going up in protest in Omaha, Nebraska. And every day, doctors and nurses on the front lines taking us inside their fight.
It's really bad when you have to decide between a trauma patient and a COVID patient.
In Missouri, 40-year-old medical technician Marie Brumbaugh took precautions but still got the virus. Her parents on the phone with Marie moments before she was put on a ventilator and later died.
Her last words to me were, "I love you." And her dad was driving and he says, "I love you, baby girl." And he says, "I love you, Dad. I love you." And that was it.
So many families across this country going through those moments. Tom Yamas joins us now from New York. And of course, we're seeing this across the country, Tom. New concerns here in New York tonight as well, and a new advisory in Chicago at this hour.
That's right, David. That breaking news coming out of Chicago moments ago. The mayor issuing an advisory starting Monday at 6 a.m. People should only travel to work, school, and for essential needs. Back here in New York City, we are seeing the warning signs all around us. These are people waiting in line to get tested. David, they were waiting tonight when the rain was pouring down for hours. And the big question right now, what's going to happen to the public schools? Mayor de Blasio said today if the infection rate gets to 3%, he's going to shut them down. David, tonight it's at 2.6.
Steadily rising. Tom Yamas leading us off tonight. Tom, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.